Hi guys, good evening and welcome to my channel. This should be a very short video, or this should be a very short rant video. Rant video. Okay, I just don't want to let this go before I proceed with the rest of my day. And I want to be able to record this and share it to the world. I hope that it would it would open up eyes of some people, and have them see what's really going on in our world, so that we're not going to be ignorant and we're going to be able to fight for what's right, and we're going to be able to pray for our world, because what I'm going to talk about is really a big deal, and it is something that is happening all over the world, especially now that we're having this pandemic. I really want to talk about it, and now I forgot what I'm going to talk about. Okay. I saw this from one of my students' books, and so we talked about this. I talked about this with one of my students, and I asked him. I don't know if this is true, by the way. Sam Morgan, New Zealander. Let's Google it. I just finished my class, and so it's real. But the picture isn't him. Okay. New Zealand. After a frustrating experience, Fairfax, Oxfordshire. Okay, but anyway, you can just research on this yourself. But my point is that, so I asked my student. My student is a teenager. He's almost gonna be out there. He's 17, so he's almost of legal age. And I asked him what he's gonna do. Is he gonna do the same thing as Sam Morgan did? He gave all his money to the charity because he doesn't know what to do with it. So I asked him, and he was like, I am gonna give some of it to charity, but I'm not gonna give all of it to charity, just like what he did. And that's what he said. And and which is a very good thing. So we shared our thoughts about this, and I told him that I'm also gonna give not all of it, but I'm gonna give a big amount of money to charity, but I'm not gonna give it to the charities existing now, like UNICEF, the etc. Okay, and he asked why teacher, and I was like, because these charities are not real charities. These charities are owned by the elites, by the billionaires who are using them as front, to pretend and brag to the world that, hey, we're philanthropists and we're giving money to the poor by giving 90% of our income to charities. But the real thing is that these charities are actually owned by them, run by them, and by their colleagues, by their co-billionaires, and they in short, they're just sending 90% of their money not to the poor people all over the world, but they're sending them back to their own pockets. Called, and then their pockets have a name. The name of their pockets are UNICEF, WWF, and all the other charities out there that that's being funded by the elites like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, these people who brag about giving 90% of their yearly income to the charities. It's not real. So that's what I want to talk about. And actually, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just telling you guys that this is happening and it's real. And why? What's the purpose? So what if we know about these things? The very first purpose is actually why should we be aware of these things, and why should we be vigilant? It's because we have to pray for them. we have to pray for the rich people, and we have to pray for the poor people. A lot of the poor people all over the world, the poor people on earth keeps on becoming poorer and poorer every second of the day. Why? Because there's no one helping them. The rich people becomes richer and richer every second and minute and every second whatever, because they're not giving their money to the poor. That's what's happening. And everyone is pretending that they don't know that this is happening. Every rich people is pretending that they're giving away to the poor, but actually they're giving away to their own charities. Therefore, the money just goes back to their own pockets and their own banks. And the poor believes that they're being helped by these people, but actually the 90% of the billions they're getting, the poor people is just getting $1 per day. $1 per day. No, I heard it was $25 per day. So if it's $25 in peso, it's $1. $1 is like 1,000 pesos. So it's not gonna. It's not. I hate math, so you do the counting. But yeah, it's a very, very small amount. So it's actually the same thing here in the Philippines. Now that there's a pandemic, the government is bragging that, hey, you know, we're here, we're gonna help you, we're gonna help the Filipinos, and we're gonna give you money to support your needs, because you are not allowed to work and you're not allowed to open up your businesses because of the lockdowns. So we're gonna give you money, and they gave us 8,000 pesos, and that's gonna be like good for 1 year already. Yes, it's true. I'm not gonna explain how it's true, but it's true. Just research on it. I'm trying to get my calculator so that I can, since I'm talking in English, so I'm expected to say these things in English as well. So let's see how much that would cost in dollars. 8,000 pesos is 50 times 49 pesos. I hate math. Let's just go back to the $20 that I said earlier. Wait, you know what? I'm stupid. That's because I haven't had my breakfast yet. USD to PHP. Let's ask our friendly Google. Oh, so it's $50 now. So 8,000 pesos good for 1 year is actually $157. And that's going to be good for 1 year. So our government gave us $158 good for 1 year. And how much that would be if it's gonna be daily? 158 divided by 365 days in a year. That's 43 cents. Wow. 0.43. Sorry. 0.43. Yeah, that's 43 cents per day. And that's 21 pesos per day. I don't know how, if you live by the dollar, I don't know how you're gonna live 1 day with that amount of money. And this is the 21 pesos is gonna be able to buy me half a kilo of rice. So that's gonna be good for 1 day only, if I'm alone. But if I have a family of 5, then I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Okay, and the 8,000 pesos given to us is per family, not per person. And yeah, so that's how they're giving away their money. The government, the elites, the rich people, they would brag, hey, we're giving away 90% of our income every year. We're giving them to the charities that we own. Of course, they're not gonna say that, but you can go ahead and research on it, and you will see that what I'm saying is true. Also, there are lots of interviews about I don't know if you know Davos. Davos, you can research on that as well. It's this is what it is. World Economic Forum. This is the place, and this is the place where all the rich people of Earth, of the planet, go together and have a meeting. What are they talking about in these meetings? They talk about how to gain more wealth. They do not talk about how to help the poor people of the world. No, they talk about how they're going to become more wealthy by talking about what technology they're going to release, what new technologies they're going to release, what new businesses they're going to come up with, how they're going to take advantage of the lockdowns and COVID-19 and the pandemic, and how they're going to be able to turn it around in a way that they're going to earn from it. So that's what these rich people talk about every year in Davos. You can research on it. There are lots of interviews on YouTube that you can easily watch, and they're not fake. And that's how they all go. That's the reason why the rich become rich, the rich become more rich, and the poor becomes more poor. That's also one of the proofs, one of the evidences why the elites and the rich people and the billionaires of the world are corrupt and selfish. Excuse me, because if they're not, excuse me again, if they're really helping out and giving out 90% of their money to the poor, then the poor will not become more poor. You know, everything will be balanced, but you will see no balance happening on Earth. Okay, I'm gonna have to say bye for now because I keep on sneezing. But I just planted ideas in your heads, guys, about these things. Why we need to pray for them. So you need to be aware so that you'll be vigilant, and you're not gonna be like addicted, and you're not gonna be a slave of social media, technology, and stuff like that. You're also I also hope that you're not gonna be a slave or be dependent on your government, on the rich people to give you help, because they're definitely not gonna give you help. You really have to help yourself out there. You really have to upgrade yourself. You have to upgrade yourself. If you have 3 sets of skills, you may want to add one more, so that you can have 4 sets of skills, and therefore have 4 different types of jobs that you can apply to. You have to upgrade yourself. Do not depend on the government. Do not depend on the rich people to give you help, because they're never going to give you help unless it's answering the question, what's in it for me? Okay. Pray for yourself. Pray on how you can get an upgrade. I'm gonna have to do that too. This is actually a note for myself, because I need to be upgraded. And yeah, pray for the world. That's it for me. My next video, I'm wrapping this up quickly because I'm gonna have another I want to make another video about BTS and James Corden, because a lot of stupid people are actually bashing him, and yeah, it's not good. We need to talk about these things so that we can pray for them. All right, bye bye.